So hello and welcome to this video on the Synthesis Technology E370 Quad Morphing VCO and Rabid Elephant Natural Gate. To be honest, both just stunning modules. 4 of those Synthesis Technology digital oscillators, as you've seen in other videos from me, and if you want to get a flavour of what this is essentially 4 times of, check out my E352 videos as well for a more in-depth look at the various modes. The natural gate is just stunning. Control over how open the gate is, the decay. We've got a little transient response switch to change that kind of impact and hit and strike or pluck or clang or whatever you want to call it. Really great way to control whatever you throw into it, to be honest. Full video with the natural gate will be coming in the future, and more with the E370. But as I'm playing around with these patches, I want to share what I'm doing. So let's first get into the E370. There's currently 2 parts going on, and we'll start with the most simple, which is oscillator 4 playing a bass line. It's got its own wavetables signal, its own modulation, and this is slightly panned to the right. So make sure you're listening in stereo. It's not hard left and right between my 2 sounds, but this just gives a bit of separation. It's a bit easier for you to hear what's going on. So here's the bass line. I'll kill the modulation and play around. So that's scanning through that wavetable bank, and here's some stepped modulation in time with the pitch sequence playing through those waves. I'm in the cloud mode, and morphing wavetables and 4-voice oscillator unison clouds is ace. So let's check out that detune. So stepped random modulation over the waves and a slow LFO over the detune and spread them out for this cloud 4 oscillator mode. I'll close natural gate. This is in the 2nd channel. And I'm striking or hitting at the hit input with a gate signal. Also modulating the decay amount. It's just a lovely way to control the tone and amplitude of a sound. Now the next part is a 3-voice chord. I've put the E370 in its chord mode and assigned the first 3 oscillators to play the notes 1, 2 and 3 from the chord table in the chord. I'm also using the onboard mixer, which I will zoom into the screen and quickly show you. To mix those 3 sounds on the single output. So output 1 takes the 3-voice chord. These have independent modulation over their wavetable. Again, these are the cloud mode with morphing wavetables, all set to be 4 oscillators. So with that 4 oscillator detune, we've effectively got 16 oscillators going. 4 on that first note, 4 on the 3rd, 4 on the 5th, presuming this is root 3rd and 5th in the chord, and 4 on my bass line, which is entirely separate. I haven't assigned one of the chord notes to that. So the top oscillator and top wavetables input will tune the chord, and the 2nd oscillator will now choose the chord type. So let's open that up. And there's various chord modes and chord types and chord banks, and you can make your own as well, but that's something for another video. So each of these waves is morphing through its own wavetable bank with independent looping LFOs, or rather looping envelopes and LFOs, modulating their wavetables. So let's just listen to that for a second. And in this particular wavetable bank, there's a lot of high-end harmonics. A natural gate is perfect for taming that, but retaining them in the front of that hit or struck low-pass gate sound for a nice impact, but without those harsh top-end frequencies coming through. Let's check out that. And there are some gaps in my accent pattern, which is a secondary trigger source, all married up from Tuesday by This Is Not Rocket Science. So with that plucking away, let's bring in the bass line. I'll have a quick play around with the natural gate, both for the bass and the chords. It's just a quick look at, I guess, the chord mode, the mixer, and the fourth oscillator as a separate independent voice on the E370. A quick look at the natural gate from Rabid Elephant. Hit like, subscribe, comment, go support me on Patreon if you'd like extra content. Cheers for watching, and let's have a play around.